Isn't it weird that when people say when you reach success, you're all alone? That you just have to drop your day ones and you'll be the best. That's true in some cases. Okay, that's true in some cases. But that doesn't mean you drop every single person. You have to know and be able to identify people who are not good for you. And there seems to be a lack of that. It seems like guys just want to have as many friends as they want, socialize through that. I say that, but that's quite generalized. Every person's different, okay? But I'm saying in a situation, if you do just want to be popular, that's wrong, okay? Don't strive. If you want something, don't strive to do that in that direction. You want to get it somehow naturally, authentically. Not try to push and force through something, because you're just pushing a false identity onto yourself. That's not how it works. But I'm getting at, when you're trying to build something, when you're trying to be successful, and it's funny because successful, it's not just have to be a business. It can be through academics. It can be doing any sport related things. Going to work. Completing a certain degree. It's not just about business. It's about anything. A goal. You always find people saying to be successful. Success being anything in those realms. Could be anything. Just a certain goal. That you are alone. You have to be alone to strive the best. You have to be the best. Or rather, you will become alone. But who dictated that? It's hard because sometimes when you do tell certain people, you just get questioned for it. And that's hard. Because a lot of people will do that. Because they do that out of care or just curiosity. So it's really important to find those who will question it and tell you honesty. Who will say, are you doing the right thing, or how are you going to achieve it, or something just that can build support behind you. Not break your foundation down and question all these things, and rather be skeptical. And of course, sometimes you might have to be silent and suffer through it all. But who said you had to? There are probably people out there around you that you aren't so aware of, who are able to talk this out. And maybe people who would be offended that you didn't talk to them about this, because they want to know how you're doing, and if you were falling down, they would fall down with you. The honor of falling down with you. And this is as friends. Okay? Friends can go much deeper. So many are willing out there. And sometimes you just never give them access towards your deeper self. But if you did, it would really bring such a deep longing and just belonging as well. And that's all you really need. Just that sense of little vulnerability. And it's funny because those who have achieved that had nothing to lose. They were in the deepest, lowest pit that people like that could find people who could also sympathize, because they were vulnerable. What else could they do? But if you're in a situation where you're not as vulnerable, this or that, who says you can't replicate that? A lot of people say you have to be in the deepest, darkest hole, you have to go through much hardship to achieve something like that, to find real people, or to even amass your success. But if that's the case, that you do have to be in some sort of hardship, you have to push yourself to it. Not force bad things. But force yourself to do things that you would never imagine yourself to do. And this is in a constructive way. You might be uncomfortable, but that doesn't mean you're pushing yourself so far into pain. You'll just be uncomfortable. That's something different. And if you think, oh no, I have social anxiety, I'm so scared, there's no way I could do something like this, just so you know, the more it's been said since we were kids, the more you do something, the better you get. And if you feel stress, your body feels stressed, you're like, oh, I can't do this. Guess what? Stress is the best thing to have, to do. That will make a new borderline, new just level for you. That once you reach that level of stress, again and again, that's normal. So it won't feel as bad when you talk about all these vulnerable ideas about yourself. And people who are, at least that gives a gateway of people that should be close to you and those who aren't really friends for you. You really need to start testing these things, because the people who you surround yourself with are who you become. And you'll be like, oh, but this person's lazy, this person's this. What about you? Let's say you're lazy as well. That friend could be lazy, but they might also have a mindset that can build them so much. It's really about having someone, finding someone. You don't have to find them. Just knowing that that person has a mindset. Don't look down on them on certain attributes. That, oh, they're not rich, so since they're not rich, they won't ever get rich, and they're tarnishing my identity. No. Never, ever look at external things. Never dictate who they are through external things. Really know them, analyze them through how internally they react or when they get mad. Because if they are in a way calm when they're mad, or they're like whatever, and they somehow solve the issue smoothly, that's a great person to hang out with. Don't you want a bit of that attribute? Isn't that why you hang out with that person? But don't think it's transactional either. It's hard because you have to balance so many things. But never think friends are transactional either. But in a way you can give respect towards them, that in this way I respect them. In other departments I might not respect them, but I want to learn through this person, just through this aspect or another certain way. So never drop them. Never. Only in circumstances that are so extreme, that are so evident. And I can't dictate you because everything's contextual. This is more intuition-based things. And I want you guys to start learning intuition. really knowing. Because I can't imagine if you guys got that intuition as well, there's nothing really to stop you. Besides yourself, that is.